I created an entire podcast using AI and I didn't even record 1 second.
Let's imagine a future 10 years from now. What could that world look like?
I really wanted to stay away from this AI-generated stuff. But we are now at a point where you really can't ignore AI anymore. So I wanted to see for myself, could I create an entire podcast using nothing but artificial intelligence?
Good question.
The guest, ChatGPT. The interviewer, me. Or let's say, my virtual clone. And the conversation, surprisingly profound.
Spoken like someone who's ready for the future.
Before we dive into this,
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael.
my name is Michael and I'm a passionate marketer and trader. And on this channel, I really want to share my journey, how I personally navigate through this whole AI revolution.
I've been trained on billions of words, but never for a moment like this.
So the real question is, how do we stay human in all of this?
By remembering what machines can't replicate: meaning, empathy, purpose, integrity.
When I first wanted to create this video, I had a really big vision. I wanted to create the whole podcast in a digital virtual studio where I would have my digital avatar talking, and I would have created this avatar of ChatGPT. You can see here is a woman, and I think here is a man. So that one was basically my idea, but as you can see, the problem with VO3 is that it cannot really have consistent character creations. So ChatGPT basically looked different in every prompt. You can see I started somewhere here. So my initial idea was this should be the podcast. Looks super cool. I was super amazed how this works. But if I would have created like a 20 minutes podcast with this one, first of all, it takes ages because you need to create every clip by yourself. The voice is not perfect, so you would need to work with 11 Labs or something else to basically replace the voice. That's doable, but it's also a lot of work. The main problem I had was it's not a consistent character creation. Here, this one was the first draft. Looked more like a ghost, and then I came up with this one. I love this one. This version would have been perfect, but again, if you cannot not ensure it's always the same person, it doesn't make sense, because here ChatGPT has like dark brown/black hair. Here it has light brown hair, nearly blonde hair. So basically ChatGPT looks different in every prompt. That's why I couldn't do it. It would have been ridiculous. Still super cool, but I wanted to find another way. I also wanted to find a more efficient way. That's why I then used HeyGen in the end.
But let's be real. This shift won't be equal. Some will ride the wave. Others will get crushed by it.
That's the dilemma of every exponential age. The tools evolve faster than the systems meant to absorb them.
So let me show you what I did. I used HeyGen. There is a tool where you can just use one image of yourself and you create an entire video out of the image. So I think this really looks super realistic. It really looks like me, but it's crazy. I just used one image, and one image created me already like 1 minute of a video. So in the end, I chose 3 screenshots from an existing video because, by the way, I have a German channel, so I'm not like starting with YouTube. I had various YouTube channels in the past, so I'm really used to do videos in German language, not in English. And I just did a couple of screenshots from our videos and I put them here. And that was just an experiment. I did not even expect to get something out of it. But when I saw it, it just blew my mind. That's why I did this video. I can show you how it works. You just click here. You choose an image. You can see here I have 3 screenshots of an old video. Let's pick this one. This is how it looks. And basically, you just type in a text here. And then you can select the voice. I like James. You can even put the facial expressions here if you want. I didn't do that because I'm not familiar with it. So I just leave it blank. And it still gave me a super good input. I'm sure when you really play around with it, and the better obviously the input, the better the output will be. I think if you use an image like this here, where you are already in a professional studio, the output will be quite good. It doesn't even take long. I mean, this is just a small line, so it will be quite fast. But in general, it also just took me, I don't know, like 3 to 4 minutes for one clip. It's maybe not 100% perfect, but what you just need to consider is AI is improving in light speed. So if the quality is here today, we are in July 2025. I don't want to know how this will improve until end of the year. We will enter a period where a lot of content creators will not record their own videos anymore. You can just create a clone and then you basically type in your prompt and your digital clone will basically do the video for you. So what I used here is just an image. But the cool thing with HeyGen is that you can also clone yourself by really providing videos where you talk, and then it can basically clone you. So in the next video, I will try to clone myself, and then we can see if this is even better than the output we received so far. Then I used Flow. Basically, it's VO3. Super basic. AI and humans are living together in a romantic relationship. That's all I provided, and this is what it gave me. Obviously, the more detailed your prompt will be, the better will be the output. It always generates 2 videos. You can even choose which one you like more. Here, by the way, I also wanted to visualize a Gemini and Grok and see how this looks like. Super cool, you know? So there are so many ways. I mean, you can be so creative. You just need to have an idea, and then you ask ChatGPT to help you with the prompt, and then you can do crazy cool stuff with this. So I really love it. I'm sure that you all have seen a ton of videos on YouTube. They all go viral. You know, you can basically create videos that are looking super realistic.
But I believe there's no turning back. Adopt or die. If you don't partner with AI, you'll lose.
This looks like a real person. It even looks like a Hollywood scene of a movie. Same here.
But I believe there's no turning back. Adopt or die. If you don't partner with AI, you'll lose.
Super cool. Again, I don't like the voice 100% because it sounds a bit machine-like. You would just need to replace the voice with another voice generator. There are so many good voice generators out there. Anyway, my purpose here on this channel is really to show you how you as a regular marketer, how you as someone who is not super familiar with all of these AI tools can make use of these things. I was really surprised how deep the conversation with ChatGPT in the end was, because I didn't expect that. What you always need to bear in mind is, this is just a machine. There are no real feelings or something involved, but it still feels so real already, and the predictions of ChatGPT are crazy. I think we are in a time where it's just super important to play around with the tools, to just, you know, utilize this technology as good as you can to ensure that in the end, you will not get replaced by it. I mean, we don't know what happens in 5 or 10 years. I don't want to be super negative, but I really have strong doubts about our future. So I think the best we can do as humans right now is to understand this new technology, to play around with the tools, and to make use of them. As long as we are here and we have our jobs, we should try to make the best out of it, be early adapters, and don't get left behind in this AI revolution. That's at least my take, how I see the things. I would love to get your thoughts and your comments. This is just my personal view and opinion. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, huge respect. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. This is Signal and Meaning. I'm Michael. See you in the next episode.
Trust the system. Your thoughts are monitored for your safety.